Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all nights? Why?
Because I wanted you to know that I know Nevaeh is not mine.
And I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these kids tested.
Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them, and they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So
I just got a new house, bro. I just moved. I uprooted my entire life for this.
She been on your ass about this shit.
To find out,
dead wrong, bro.
To find out the baby not mine, bro.
What they lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Good morning. Shout out to the Black Squad. I am Kenyatta Black. Listen, man. Fellas, in 2023, if you are not getting DNA tests done on these children before you sign a birth certificate, either you're stupid or you don't love yourself. One or the other. Listen, we've known for quite some time now that the black manosphere has been influencing and affecting not only the mainstream but society at large as far as the way a lot of men have begun to operate, right? The eyes of a lot of men have been opened over the past few years, and these men are beginning to operate accordingly. And what you are starting to notice is an increase, a serious increase, in men getting DNA tests and discovering that the children that they thought were theirs are in fact not theirs. We all heard that story, I think maybe last week or the week before, about the Jamaican brother who found out all 6 of the children that he thought were his were indeed not his. And I suppose after finding out something like that, brother felt like his life was over. Y'all know what he did. He took that broad's head, man. Took the broad's head. Now, just this morning, I'm seeing 2 new videos, because I've been seeing videos lately, too. Just this morning, I'm seeing 2 new videos of men confronting women after getting DNA tests and discovering that the children that they were raising were in fact not theirs. And I'm here to tell you, we are only going to see more and more and more of it. The more these videos continue to surface and go viral, the more the black manosphere continues to influence and affect mainstream and society at large, you're going to begin to see more and more men getting DNA tests and finding out that their kids are not theirs. Then what you're going to begin to see is men begin to demand DNA tests before they sign birth certificates. Because listen, in 2023, it makes absolutely no sense to be putting your name on that sort of document without any proof. Really doesn't matter what your relationship with that woman is. It makes no sense to do something like that. 'Cause I'll tell you right now, if it were the other way around, do you think for 1 second that women would be so dumb as to put their names on birth certificates? To take responsibility for children that they didn't know definitively were theirs? Because women ain't that fucking stupid. Women are not that dumb. Women would never do something so foolish. You wanna know how you know? Here, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example that we are all familiar with. Whenever the conversation of prenups comes up, now 9 times out of 10, when the conversation of a prenup comes up, it's the man who, has more money, maybe more assets, more property or whatnot. And he's the one who wants the prenup. And in that situation, women seem to be opposed, totally opposed, to prenups. But somehow, some way, miraculously, when you switch the scenario, and it's the woman who's got more money, more assets, more property, suddenly prenups make all the sense in the world to women. And suddenly every woman privy to the situation is in agreement that that woman should in fact get a prenup to protect her money, to protect her wealth. So what do you think women would do if, say, in some crazy mixed up alternate universe, the tables were turned and it were women being asked to sign birth certificates without any proof that the child was theirs? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Because women ain't that dumb. Fellas, the truth has to be told. We have been very foolish indeed, signing these birth certificates without getting DNA tests done first. And we've also been very foolish in not demanding mandatory DNA testing on a federal level. We've also been very foolish in that area. But yeah, man, for all these videos popping up and going viral, and the majority of them, you could tell they're not skits. In 2023, get a DNA test. Don't be foolish. Don't be naive. Don't be that guy that finds out 6 years, 10 years later that you've been raising another man's child. And ladies who might be listening, listen here. Remember the Jamaican dude that took his wife's head after finding out all 6 of the kids were not his. There's 3 things when it comes to a man you don't play with. You don't play with his manhood. You don't play with his respect. You don't play with his money. When you want to play games about paternity and defraud a man and taking care of children that don't belong to him, you're playing with all 3. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And also, when it comes to stupid games and stupid prizes, gentlemen, you sign birth certificates without getting DNA tests, and then you find out later you've been taking care of a kid that didn't belong to you. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. This was a quick one. Just wanted to get that out real quick because I'm seeing all these videos popping up and I'm just shaking my head. It's 2023. Why would you sign a birth certificate without getting a DNA test first? It's ridiculous. Even if you wanted to just break it down, men's reproductive rights is in fact a human rights issue. Every man has the right to know definitively whether a child belongs to him or not. Damn a woman's feelings about a man demanding or requesting a DNA test before he assumes responsibility. That man has the right to know. If you are telling that man that he is the father of that child, why is he supposed to just take your word for something that serious? Especially if the two of you are not married. So yeah, I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. I will holla at y'all on the next one. Deuces.